We're going to use our trigonometric ratios to be able to find some angles that we don't know. And we're going to use this acronym to help us out, SOHCAHTOA, and they're relating to our three trigonometric ratios, sine, cosine and tangent, and the sides of the triangle. The sides are here, the opposite is opposite the angle that we're talking about, the adjacent is beside the angle we talk about, and the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. So let's look over here. We have a right angled triangle, and here's the angle I'm talking about. So relative to this angle, this is the opposite side, and this is the hypotenuse. So I'm looking for the three-letter acronym that has the opposite O and the hypotenuse H, and that's O and H, so that's SOH. Now SOH stands for it's the sine of our angle equaling the opposite divided by the hypotenuse. So I'm going to substitute into my formula. I can say that sine x equals the opposite. Well, that is 8.4 divided by the hypotenuse, that's 10.6. And so on my calculator, I'm going to find the inverse sine to find my angle. So x equals sine to the minus 1, so it's shift sine or second function sine, depending on your calculator, of 8.4 divided by 10.6. That should give us an answer of 52.4 degrees. Okay? And if your calculator come up with a different answer, you want to make sure that your calculator is set to degrees. There should be a D or a DEG at the top of your calculator. Let's have a look at this one. Again, I want to identify the sides. Here's the angle I'm interested in. So opposite this angle is this side. This is the opposite. Here's my right angle. So opposite my right angle is my hypotenuse. Another OP, so this is sine again. So sine of my angle, let's call this one Y so we don't get confused. So sine of angle Y equals the opposite, 123, divided by the hypotenuse, 151. And again, we're trying to find the angle, so we're going to the inverse sine, or second function sine, which tells us that y equals sine to the minus 1 of 123 divided by 151 equals 54.5 degrees. Again, if you get a different answer, make sure you're using degrees. And that's how we use sine to find an unknown angle.
Okay, Mary, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.